that today is Friday the 21st of August 2020, and that means that it's the end of my fast. So it's been 15 days and they have gone literally fast, and I just really wanted to say a huge thank you to all of you who have donated. It means so much. I can't believe how many people have donated. I never ever expected to have this many donations, and I think I've really gotten the chance to talk about Yemen a lot through these videos, to do with the war, to do with the starvation, to do with the politics of it, to do with the religion and the culture and things like that. So if you haven't seen all of my videos, then please do go check them out if you're interested in what's happening in Yemen. But yeah, I just can't believe that the time is up. I only thought of doing this a few weeks before I actually did do it. I was waiting until I'd moved house so that I could do it, because I didn't really want to be waking up my mum and dad, going downstairs at late times making food, so Reese has just had to put up with that. I do think it's very important though that we keep reading about Yemen, that we keep watching videos about Yemen and keeping up to date. Just because it isn't always on the mainstream media doesn't mean that it isn't important, doesn't mean that it isn't going on. People in Yemen are still suffering. It's still the worst humanitarian crisis in the world. There is still 24 million people who need humanitarian aid, including food, water and shelter and medicine, things that we all over here take for granted. So yeah, I think it's just important to remember that although my fast is done, nothing in Yemen is by any means done or finished or sorted. But yeah, this is one small little step in the right direction, and I am just so pleased that so many people have been so kind, they've been so supportive, they've been so open to hear about what I have to say. Of course, I'm nobody special, I'm just me. I haven't had my YouTube channel for long, and although my subscribers have been going up through this, which has been amazing, of course I don't have many in terms of the wider YouTube world or anything like that, and I was nervous when I decided to do this. I was worried what would people think about what I was doing or why I was doing it. Would anyone even care? And yeah, it just has been absolutely brilliant that so many people have cared and so many people have wanted to listen and have wanted to donate. And even when my page is long gone, if you didn't get a chance to donate to me or you couldn't at the time, in the future if you can, please try to donate to Yemen through the Yemen Emergency Appeal Fund with Islamic Relief or with another charity of your choice. I just kind of want to talk about how this has all been for me. I absolutely love food. I have a massive appetite. I've always been a good eater. I've never been on a diet. I'm not fussy. I eat most things. So when I was telling people about doing this, everyone was genuinely very shocked, and my grandparents were saying, "Oh, are you sure you're going to be able to do it? Are you sure you're not going to have to start eating midway through?" And I was like, I am not going to be stopping early, or I'm not going to be eating when I shouldn't be. Like, I have kept this 100% to the book, to what I said, and I am very proud of that, to be fair, because I knew this would be a big challenge for me, and that is why I chose it, not only just to emphasise the basic human needs that we all have that we just take for granted, not only to emphasise the starvation that's going on in Yemen, but also because I knew particularly for me myself this would be a hard challenge, and I just feel like if you do something a little bit harder when raising for money, it emphasises your passion for the cause to people, and that can help with fundraising and things. So I am really glad that I chose to do the fasting, and I have been extremely surprised by my own willpower. It's been a lot better than I thought. As I say, I was never going to cheat, I was never going to eat when I shouldn't, but I thought the temptation would have been harder than it was. I think because I was getting so much support and so many people were being so nice as I was doing it, giving me like words of encouragement and motivation, I think that's what really kept me going, and I really had no desire to eat any food before 9:30 at night because I didn't want to jeopardise this, and I was really motivated and feeling confident about it and wanted to keep going. So I think it really is down to everyone who's been helping me along the way that I have done the 15 days and that I have found it easier than I initially anticipated. Of course it has been difficult, I'm not gonna lie. I have felt hungry, and of course I have wished ideally in some ways that I could have just eaten when I wanted, but I think it has been very, very enlightening to me. It has opened my eyes on the most tiny level, but it has opened my eyes to the fact that there are people who really don't have food. It has enabled me to understand at least slightly feelings of hunger. I mean, it even made me question myself as a person. It made me question my morals, my values, because I was beginning to feel bad about things I was eating when it got to 9:30. I mean, it really does just hit home to you that the abundance of choice that we have here, you know, the kitchen that I've got here in my house, the amount of different choices of food that I would just sometimes be, oh, I don't even know what I'm gonna have, or there's nothing that I fancy, when there's actually so much choice. And realising that people who don't have any food obviously have no choice whatsoever, and people who have very little food or can afford very basic food, again, they don't have much choice. They might not have the healthiest food, and they certainly aren't going to be having any nice snacks like chocolate or crisps or sweets or anything like that. And it's just so obvious, of course, for this to be the case for people who are starving or who are without much food. But I think it's just so hard to imagine when you're in the same position as someone like me. And as I say, I think it has opened my eyes only in a small way, because of course when it's gotten to 9:30 I have been able to eat what I want. I mean, who knows, in the future I might fundraise again for Yemen, I might do something similar to this, I might change what I'm eating between my hours where I'm allowed to eat, to really engage with and understand a bit more what it's like to only have access to certain foods after feeling hungry. Because I think that would really enlighten me even more. I think it has opened my eyes up to my own world that I live in, and I think it's made me appreciate a bit more the things that I do have that other people don't have. Like, I'm getting emotional now. This is supposed to be a happy video, but you know, there's a lot of people out there that don't have anything, don't have much, and certainly so many people in the world, not only in Yemen, that have a lot less than me. So I think it's made me really grateful for everything I have, and I'm so glad that I did it. As much as it's been a challenge, it has been just so great for me, and I have no regrets whatsoever. I'm so happy that I did it. And there is someone in particular who I really want to give a massive thank you to, and that is Reese.
Hello.
So thanks so much. Honestly, Reese has been absolutely amazing. We have a long moved house, we've had a lot of house things that have been needing to be done, and I said before I was going back to work in the pub, before I was going back to university, this was something that I really wanted to do. But it has affected you, hasn't it? Reese has been eating later obviously with me. He's been trying to stay up at night when he's had work the next day, because I'm up till 2:30, and yeah, he's just been trying to support me however he can, and yeah, I just really appreciate it.
But this is what I tell you every single time, is I'm not the one that's doing the fasting, I'm not the one that's, you know, raising the money.
Yeah.
So it's all thanks to you, and I'm really proud of you, and it's been a really good 2 weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And you know, I think you've learned a lot about everything that's been going on as well, and like taking an interest. Like, you didn't have to take an interest just because it was something I was doing. As I say, even Reese just eating with me at night time or staying up with me, that was enough. But not only that, Reese has sat the minute that I've put out any videos, he's watched all of them, he's then talked to me about things I've said about afterwards. You've been sharing everything on social media and things, haven't you? So it's been amazing, because you didn't have to get as involved as you have done, and yeah, I think it's really made it easier for me and really helped me and made me feel confident that it's the right thing that I'm doing this, because I've had your support.
Well, like I said, you're the one that's actually done it, and you're the one that should be getting the praise.
I know, but thank you. I also really want to reiterate how incredible Islamic Relief have been. I have done this obviously as an independent fundraiser. I don't have to sit here in their t-shirt, I don't have to put their balloons out here, and I don't have to sing their praises, but I am, because that's really how I feel. I had never done anything for charity that I had done specifically by myself. I've done a couple of things where I've partaked in a group activity or something pre-arranged where people just turn up. So I had no idea what to expect in terms of contacting a charity by myself, wanting to do something, and whether they'd even reply or whether there would be any kind of support. And I have genuinely been blown away. Like, even from the very beginning, I said, could I please have a t-shirt sent, because I said I want to raise money for your charity and I would love to wear your t-shirt in my video so that people can see the charity as soon as they click on the video. And 2 days later I got a huge box that was full of lanyards, balloons, stickers, car air fresheners, bags, t-shirts, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I'd only asked for one t-shirt and they got back to me so quickly. They sent all of that, and you know, that could have even been the end of it there, but I have been in contact with a member of Islamic Relief leading up to this fast and during this fast, and they have said to me they would love to stay in contact even after the fast. They are a nationwide charity, so I'm sure they're very, very busy, so it has really meant so much to me that they have been so helpful. The media and marketing team, they insisted that they were going to promote everything that I was doing, even though initially I was going to do that myself. And they came back just 2 days later with me in the local newspaper and online through the newspaper, and I literally couldn't believe it. I was like, what have they said to these people to get me in there so fast? But again, it's just been so amazing. And then not only that, I thought, okay, that's surely going to be it now. And then I had Hamza the other day turn up at my front door all the way from Blackburn, an hour and a half away. He'd driven to bring us a meal as a thank you for everything I'm doing, and not only that, knowing of course he was going to get back well after office hours because he was here at about 5 o'clock at night, he stood and talked to me for a good half an hour. He told me all about the things that the charity does. He told me about other ways I can get involved if I'd like to. And that was because I was asking him so many questions about all of it, and he just took the time to tell me. And he also couldn't have sung my praises high enough, and he really didn't have to do any of that. He didn't have to even bring the food, of course, but they insisted. And I have had people through Twitter. I've had the director of Islamic Relief to retweet one of my tweets. I've had people from Islamic Relief following me on Instagram and Twitter, liking my tweets, retweeting my tweets, sending me messages. I've also had people from Islamic Relief donating, specifically through my page, and also I've had plenty of strangers who have donated to my page, and of course they're donating to Yemen, but the point is that they chose to donate through my page, and that genuinely means so much. And again, that support was just so brilliant, and it was something that I needed, because as I say, I think I have found this fast okay, and of course I've loved it, and it hasn't been as difficult as I imagined. But I think if the support had been taken away, it would have been a very different story. I have been so lucky that when I've decided to do this, everyone seemed to be behind me with it, and yeah, I'm just so grateful. So I would say, if ever you want to fundraise and you are interested in Islamic Relief's work, then just go for it, because they are so supportive. So yeah, I know I've just said thank you about 1,000 times in this video, but it will never be enough, because I just can't believe how everyone has been. I can't believe the amount of money that has been raised. I think I'm going to struggle with finding things to do with myself after today, because I've been fasting, I've been focusing on that, I've been reading up about Yemen, I've been posting things out on social media, I've been messaging lots of people about it and just trying to get the word out. I've been talking with Islamic Relief, I've been talking with friends, I've been editing the videos and filming the videos and posting them. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do after today, but it has been so worth it and so amazing. So thank you so much. And just to again say once more that of course this is still very ongoing in Yemen, and unfortunately it does not look like there is going to be an end to this anytime soon whatsoever. The situation is only getting worse, if anything. It's not getting better, it's not getting enough media coverage, it's not getting enough recognition, it's not getting enough donations. So if you can give anything else, then please do. Please remain aware about Yemen. Just because I'm stopping this doesn't mean that I'm not taking any notice in what's going on in Yemen, doesn't mean I'm forgetting about Yemen. I'm very much still interested in this, I'm very passionate about it, and yeah, so just please try to remember what's going on in Yemen and keep taking an interest even once these videos have all finished from myself. So I guess there's only one thing left to do, and that is to throw my balloons in celebration. So thank you so much, and this is the end of my fast for Yemen. Woo!